August 1985. Los Angeles is burning. A historic heat wave has descended on Southern California, turning the city of angels into a suffocating furnace. Temperatures are hovering over 100 degrees, day after day. The asphalt is melting. The air is thick. And in this era, before central air conditioning was common, millions of people are doing the only thing they can to survive the heat. They are sleeping with their windows open. But that summer, an open window wasn't just a way to catch a breeze. It was an invitation. There was a shadow moving through the valley. A predator who did not care about locked doors or barking dogs or alarm systems. The media called him the Night Stalker, but the police knew him as something far more terrifying. They called him the walk-in killer. Most serial killers have a code, a pattern. They target a specific type of person. They hunt in a specific neighborhood. But this man, he was chaos incarnate. He killed men. He killed women. He attacked the elderly, and he attacked children. He struck in Diamond Bar, then Northridge, then Mission Viejo. He was everywhere, and he was nowhere. One night, he would use a .22 caliber pistol. The next night, a butcher knife. The next, a tire iron. The city was paralyzed. Gun sales skyrocketed. Locksmiths were booked for weeks. People in the suburbs, who had never locked their doors in their lives, were now nailing their windows shut, terrified that the man in black was watching them from the shadows. And the terrifying truth was, he probably was. Inside the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the pressure was breaking point. Two men were tasked with stopping the monster. Frank Salerno, a legendary detective who had already taken down the Hillside Stranglers, a veteran who knew how monsters thought, and his partner, Gil Carrillo. Carrillo was the rookie, the young guy, but he had an instinct. While the rest of the force was looking for complex motives, Carrillo noticed the small things. The killer was leaving signs. Not just bodies, but messages. Pentagrams, drawn in lipstick on the walls of the victims' homes. Sometimes, even drawn on the victims themselves. He would force them to swear allegiance to Satan before he pulled the trigger. This wasn't just murder. It was ritual. It was 1985, the height of the satanic panic in America, and this killer was feeding the fire. But amidst the horror, the detectives found a mistake. A single, tiny thread. In a flower bed outside one of the crime scenes, they found a footprint. It wasn't a work boot. It wasn't a dress shoe. It was a sneaker. Specifically, an Avia aerobic sneaker. Size 11.5. Carrillo did the legwork. He contacted the shoe manufacturer, and what he found gave them the first real break in the case. This specific shoe, in this specific size and color, was incredibly rare. Only 6 pairs, just 6, had been shipped to the entire city of Los Angeles. Think about that. In a city of millions, only 6 people owned these shoes. And one of them was the devil himself. They knew his shoe size. They knew his weapon preferences. But they still didn't have a name. And while they hunted, the body count continued to rise. August 30th. The police made a controversial decision. Usually, you keep a suspect's identity secret so you don't spook them. But Frank Salerno and Gil Carrillo knew they were running out of time. Ramirez was killing almost every night now. So, they went nuclear. They released Richard Ramirez's photo to every television station, every newspaper, and every radio station in California. On the morning of August 31st, the sun rose over Los Angeles. Richard Ramirez was oblivious. He had been out of town, on a bus from Arizona, unaware that his face was plastered on the front page of the LA Times. He got off the bus in downtown Los Angeles. He was hungry. He was thirsty. He walked into a convenience store in East LA. To buy a soda, he walked to the cooler. He grabbed a drink. He walked to the counter. And then he saw it. On the newspaper rack, staring back at him, was his own face, with the headline, Night Stalker. The clerk recognized him. A woman in the store screamed, "That's him. That's the killer." Ramirez panicked. He turned and ran out the door. He sprinted across the busy freeway, dodging cars, desperate to find a getaway vehicle. He tried to carjack a woman, but she fought back. He tried to steal another car, but the engine wouldn't start. He was trapped, and he wasn't in a quiet suburb anymore. He was in East Los Angeles, a tight-knit community where neighbors looked out for each other, and the neighbors had seen the news. The trial was a circus. Ramirez didn't show remorse. He didn't ask for forgiveness. He played the role of the villain until the very end. He carved a pentagram into the palm of his hand and flashed it to the cameras in the courtroom. He smiled at the families of the victims. He wore sunglasses indoors. He reveled in the attention. But the jury was not charmed. On September 20th, 19.